Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today I bank up joined once again by Jake and Fluff.
What's going on, y'all?
What's up, beautiful people?
And today I think we got the rest of the blue. I may be wrong, but typically it's 5 colors so far is what we've seen for the greens. We got a little support for starter decks, maybe just general good blue ramping. We'll kind of go over the cards and we'll see what we think. There's buttons, click them, they're there for a reason. Starting off with the first card, SSB Son Goku, Help from the Past. This card has barrier. During your opponent's turn, if all of your energy is mono blue, and this card will be revealed in your life, and add it to your hand, you may play it instead. Auto for 2 blue energy. If all of your energy is mono blue, when this card is played, add a top card of your deck to your energy in rest mode. This is just really strong with the Trunks engine, because typically the Trunks permit is when during your opponent's turn, if a card will be added from your life to your hand or placed in your dropper, you may reveal it instead, and then add it to your hand, which then procs the secondary part of this card's auto, which is permit, which is pretty cool.
I really don't know how to feel about this card. Like, we were talking a little bit before camera, and I was like, oh, you could do this and that, and then Fluff was like, how? And I was like, if you get crit, and he's like, it's not when you get crit, it's when it gets revealed. And that kind of left me like, I don't know how to feel about this card.
You gotta think in the old Trunks deck, they had a Goku and Vegeta that would charge themselves to the energy if they were revealed and added to hand or drop area. For temporary energy, you got them for like a turn and a half. Whereas this guy is going to ramp you up permanently on an energy and play itself, which could be Vegeta Potara fusion materials for, I think it's Soaring Blow Vegito. I think that's the name of the card. It's a really good promo that bottom decks too on entry.
Yeah, it's Soaring Blow. SSB Vegito, Soaring Blows.
Yeah, so I think this card fits in really well with the starter deck. I would be remiss to say that these cards will be included with the starter deck as well. Like, you'll probably get a play set of each of these if you purchase the starter deck. I'm just imagining.
I don't think so, actually. I don't recall seeing them in the starter deck list for.
I don't either, but I hadn't really deep delved into that. But it looks like this is only a common, and I believe the Vegeta itself is only a common. So these will be really easy to get. Yeah, I think they're decent in the deck they're designed for. I don't see them seeing use really anywhere else.
The only other place I could see these cards being used is possibly the Beerus ramp deck. Not as much in the reboot promo leader, because the permit is during your opponent's turn, unfortunately, and you have no way of actually revealing cards for a call card with that deck. So you would have to pay the 3, then pay 2 more afterwards. That's why I think only the Beerus may benefit from this card. But that's typically what a meme strat, I think, to try to win that with the 16 energy on that card.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, people played Whis back in the day, and Whis was 4 energy to ramp 1. Like, do we pay 5 energy to rank 1?
I would also just assume in that situation, run SS4 Vegeta, Rise of the Super Warrior. That is not limited to Saiyan Leader or anything. You're paying 6 energy to ramp 4.
Yeah. So that's 1 more energy than this.
Yeah.
I guess this would take you from 5 to 7 for Android, or Turning the Tide, but I don't know how relevant that'll be.
Going into the next card, we kind of already loosely mentioned it. It's practically the same thing. It's SSB Vegeta, Help from the Past. Barrier, same permit during your opponent's turn. If all your energy is mono blue, if it's card revealed from your life, add it to your hand. You may play it instead. And then tap 2, if all your energy is mono blue, when this card is played, you play the top card of your deck in energy in rest mode. It's pretty much just a carbon copy of the other card. Once again, we've already mentioned, very beneficial for Trunks. For typically, if I recall, Trunks is, if you revealed, those cards are placed in the energy for a turn and a half or something like that. These get
the original, yeah.
These will get played on your board for free, and if you want to charge, you can. And then from there, you can use the free Power Batora stuff, I think.
Yeah, I definitely see these being utilized in a Putara ramp strategy, I don't know how efficient it's going to be to kind of pass your turn expectantly with 2 open energy and not want to defend yourself on that 2 open energy, hoping that you hit one of these guys out of your life just to get a charge. I mean, if you think about it, it's almost like a random objection that is most likely going to occur on your opponent's turn.
Going to the third card, I always like kind of threes in the middle, just because they're the most complicated cards in the entire game. E-Sky.
Nothing to say here. It's a
But hey, we're getting all of them very slowly. We've got, I think, South Kai yesterday. I think we got a new North Kai that's blue. We may see some more blue cards tomorrow, or I guess the day this video drops, which should be West. I think. I don't think we've gotten West yet, but yeah, skillless cards, cool.
whoa.
It'll look good in foil.
Going to the next card, it is West Kai Impending Clash for 1 energy. When this card is played, you look up top 5 cards of your deck, add up to 1 West Galaxy Warrior or another World Budokai card, both blue, with an energy cost 5 or less, or 1 blue unison with a specific cost of 2 among them, and add it to your hand. You shuffle deck afterwards. This is just really good to kind of get the PyCon package out for you if you're playing PyCon, or if you're playing the Goku deck, you can pretty much search for any of your useful cards. So far, what we've seen, all of the cards are 4 or less, I think, for the Goku one.
Mm-hmm. Sounds right. Yeah.
And having a purpose to just search your top is not a bad thing either.
It's not a bad little searcher. I mean, you're getting to search the top 5, and what it can nab is pretty wide, especially for the archetype. All the unisons themselves are that you're going to consider are probably going to be specified to anyway. So even if you're not running the on-theme unison, you're probably going to run one that's specified to. So it's not a bad little 1-drop searcher.
Specific cost of 2, which are the only unison it's going to pull. It won't pull the Vegeta, but it will pull the one that was revealed during PyCon, which is PyCon himself.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
not a bad pull. Going to the last card that was revealed, Majoran, North Galaxy Warrior. I hope I said that name right. They got a lot of interesting names this set. If there are 2 or more Angel Halos in your drop, you reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1, so it's a 1 cost to play. When this card is played, you draw 1 card, then place up to 1 blue, another World Budokai card from your warp to your drop, which is really good. It helps you kind of cycle that out. That way you can try and use the leader's effect to warp cards, bring Angel Halos back to your hand. Yeah. Activate main. If your leader card is blue, another World Budokai card, and you send this card to its owner's warp, and you discard 1 Angel Halo from your hand, add up to 1 blue, another World Budokai card of energy cost between 3 and 7 from your warp to your hand. Just realize we have not actually, we will be getting more blue cards the day after this video drops, because we have not seen anything that's Budokai from 6 or 7, because we've seen 5s and we've seen 8 drops. So I'm really curious what that 7 is going to be, or potentially 6. But this is really good for recycling the Floodgate for the Goku deck, or even potentially just getting more combo pieces for the blue deck.
I think the PyCons that we saw, there was a 5-drop PyCon, and then the big boy PyCon was an 8-drop.
Correct, yeah. We haven't seen anything that's 6 or 7 yet, unfortunately.
So we haven't. Doesn't mean that we're going to get anything that's 6 or 7.
True.
It could be a future design space that they're choosing not to include anything in that, and not wanting you to be able to recycle that big boy 8-drop could have been seen as problematic, though I don't think so, but who knows.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I don't see why you would keep the 8-drop out of this card. Like, maybe they something in testing revealed that was too strong, but just looking at the card on its face, I think it would have been fine if it interacted with that 8-drop PyCon.
So yeah, that is today's reveals. Hope you all enjoy them. Keep in mind there's buttons down below and on the screen, and let us know how we're doing. Feedback's always great. And Fluff, would you lead us out?
Yep. Another short and sweet video. Looks like this might be the last of the blue stuff, but if not, we'll come back with another video for you guys. So as always, read your cards, know your plays, let us make the mistakes so that you don't have to, and fluff out.